Yeah, good morning. In the today's class, we are learning about the relational algebra operations. In the last class, you learned about the relational model. Under the relational model, you learned about the SQL query, structure query language. Now, under the structure query language, we are calling as a SQL language. Query language. The query language is a language which is used to request the information from the database. Means actually this query language we are calling as a SQL language. This SQL language is the main purpose is requesting the information from the database. User is requesting the information from the database. When the user is requesting the information from the database, based on that, these languages are typically for IL level than the standard programming language. Actually, this query language under the database we are calling as a query language. Database is not a programming language, it is a software. For that software we are having as a queries, based on the queries we are performing the action. Under the query language, again it is categorized two types will be there, procedural and non-procedural language will be there. Coming to the procedural language, the procedural language is similar to the programming code is written in the sequence instructions. The procedural language we are writing in the sequence step by step. Now, when you are writing the sequence, what to do and how to do step by step procedure under the procedural language. When you are writing the instructions should be executed in the sequential order step by step. These instructions are written to solve the specific problem. If you want to talk about the examples under the procedural language, we are having as a Proton, COBOL, basic language, C and Pascal language. This is the best example for the procedural language. When you are writing the C programming also, the C program we are writing in the sequence manner, step by step we are writing. Coming to the non-procedural language will come under your query language. Under the non-procedural language used to specify only what to do and how to do. It is known as application of the functional language. It is involved to develop the functions from the other function to construct the more complex functions. If you want to talk about the non-procedural language example, we are having as a SQL, structure query language. Structure query language will come under the non-procedural language. Prolog and LSIP will be there. Just you are learning only for SQL. If you want to see the difference between the procedural and non-procedural language, under the procedural language, command driven language will be there. Only the commands will be there. With the help of the command prompt, we are running about procedural language. Non-procedural language means functional driven. Already predefined functions will be there. If you want to work under the procedural language, the state of the mission will be there. Coming to, if you want to work through the non-procedural, we are having as a mathematical functionals will be there. It is similar to the calculation part will be there. Coming to the procedural, under the procedural we are having as a only the restricted data types will be allowed the values. Coming to non-procedural, it can be written any data type of the value or value. Coming to procedural, restrict data type will be there. Coming to non-procedural, it will not restrict the any data. When you are giving the data type, based on that it will return the value. Coming to the efficiency is very high. Overall under the procedural language, efficiency is very high. Under the non-procedural, overall the efficiency is very low comparing to the procedural language. Coming to under the procedural language, the size of the program is written in the procedural language is very large. The length is source code we are writing under the procedural language. Non-procedural language we are writing only for the smaller program we are writing. Coming to, it is critical for under the non-procedural, it is not suitable for the for time. It is not suitable for the time. It is taking the more time complexity under the procedural language. It is a critical application. Coming to under the non-procedural, it is suitable for the time critical application also. Now if you want to see under the procedural language, we can use iterative loops and recursive calls also. Both we can use under the procedural language. Coming to non-procedural language, we are using only for the recursive calls. Recursions will be called under the non-procedural. Procedural language, we are using iterative loops and recursion. Coming to the non-procedural, we are using as a only for the recursive. Difference between procedural and non-procedural. Now, coming to the non-procedural, we are calling as a calculation relation will be there. Procedural language will come under the relational algebra will be there. Now, if you want to talk under the relational algebra, under the second unit, relational algebra, it is categorized as three types will be there. Fundamental relational algebra, additional relational algebra, and extended relational algebra will be there. Under the relational algebra operations, again it is categorized as three types: fundamental relational algebra operations, additional relational algebra operations, then the third one, extended relational algebra operations will be there. If you want to talk under the relational algebra operations, some of the operators will be there. We are having selector operator, projection operator, union operator, set difference, Cartesian product, and rename. These six operators will be there under the fundamental relational algebra operations. Relational algebra operation is a procedural query language. What I said just now. Coming to the non-procedural will come under the it will come under the calculation relational algebra. Coming to here, the procedural language will come under the relational algebra, which takes for the instance of the relations input and the yield of the instance of the relation output. Operators to perform the queries, operators can be either the unary or binary operators will be there. Except the relations their input and the yield relations of the output. Relational algebra is performed the recursive on the relation. Always the relational algebra, it will perform as a recursively on the relational. It is existing for the intermediate result of the consideration of the relations. Now if you want to, when you are focusing under the fundamental relational algebra, selection operator will be there. The selection operator we are representing with the help of the sigma symbol. We are representing the notation of the selection operator. We are representing under the relational algebra sigma operator. This is a sigma symbol. It is select the tuples that satisfies the given the predicate from the relation. Actually, the main purpose of the selection operator for retrieving the information from the database purpose, we are using as a selection operator or selection operator. Now the selection operator, if you want to represent, we can represent with the notation sigma p relation r, where sigma stand for the selection. When you are representing under the notation, the sigma is representing as a selection predicate and r stand for the relation. P is preposition of the logic formula which may use the connector like operators, and operator, or operator, or not operator. When you are using, means if you want to use the connectors like logical formula or logical operators under the selector, we can use as a p, small p. Like the operators, we are having relational operator, logic less than, maybe we are using relational operator, assignment operator, not equal to, greater than or equal. These operators we can use under your selection. Now if you want to write from your understanding purpose, sigma means it is here the select subject equals to database, book is a table name. See here, actually we are writing as a condition. Under the condition, the subject is equals to database. This is the where class. Under the where class, the main purpose of the where class, filtering the data purpose. Now if you want to write the SQL query, the basic structure of the SQL query, the first we are having as a select statement. Under the select statement, we can use, after the select statement, we can use as the attribute, or we can use the projection, we can use the projection. which type of the which type of the attributes you want to project under the select statement. Means if you are not projecting, if you are using as a asterisk from the table, it will retrieve all the attribute from the table. Then after the select statement, the next step we are having as a from class will be there. Under the from class, we are passing as a book table. Now here under the where class, where subject is database, subject equals to database, means we are retrieving only from the we are filtering from the, with the help of the where class we are filtering the record only from the database records we are retrieving. This is the main usage of the select operator. Next we are going for the projection. Just now I said the projection. Projection is represented with the symbol as a pi symbol. The main purpose of the projection operator for representing the attribute purpose. Here if you want to see the notation, a1, a2 up to an are the attributes will be there. The attributes, the main purpose of the projection means after the select statement what you want to project, which attribute you want to project. Now here projection operator pi subject and author from the table. From the table we are projecting only for the subject and the author. Now coming to the one more operator is there, set difference will be there. The set different operator when we are using means if you want to find out the difference between two operators, at the time we can use set difference. The result of the set different operator in the tuples where present one relation that one of the second relation, means R is a relation from the both the relations we are finding with the help of the set difference. Now we are projecting here. Now we are projecting with the help of now we are projecting with the help of the author from the books, from the book table. From the book table we are projecting the author, then minus from the author article table. From the both the tables, book table and the article table, similar authors is available or not available, we are finding. Provide the name of the authors who have written the book but not article. Now we are having as a union operator will be there. This union operator is between to given the two relationship R union S. Now when you are representing under the set T not T or T equals to R, T belongs to S. The notation we are using R union S. Now if you want to see under the R and S database relation, the result set is temporary relationship is existing. The main purpose of the union operator to validate the following condition must be the old. R and S must be the same number of attributes should be there. Then only it will retrieve the output. Now we will see the practical after completing the one more class. From the first and second unit, what are the scenarios, what are the operators we are using, we will see the live examples. Next we are going for the Cartesian product. Cartesian product means combination of information different relationship existing on the one. Means when we are using this Cartesian product means under the from class, when you are passing more than two tables, then only it is possible for the Cartesian product. Rename, when we are using the rename, we are using with the help of the row symbol. Row we are calling as a notation, we are calling as a row. The table name, if you want to give the rename, at the time we are using the rename operation. Next we are going for under the relation operator. Under the relation operator, these are the selection operator, projection operator, union, set difference, set intersection, Cartesian product, rename operations. These are the operations available under the relation fundamental relational algebra. Now if you want to go for the additional relational algebra, under the additional relational algebra we are having as a set intersection operation will be there, division operator will be there, assignment operator will be there, natural join operator will be there, left outer join operator will be there, right outer join operator will be there, full outer join operator will be there. These are the operators available under this additional operator. Actually, under the additional operators, under the relational algebra, only we are having only for the four operators will be there: set intersection, set in division operator, assignment operator, and the natural join operator. Under the natural join operator, we are having the left join, right join, and the fuller join will be there. Now, if you are going for the intersection, means between the two tables, we are interacting with the help of reverse of the union symbol. Division means between the two tables we are using as a division. Assignment operator when we are using means at the time of we are using as a join condition if you want to join the two tables with the help of mapping cardinality 1 to many or many to 1. Coming to the natural join, under the natural join again it is categorized left join, right outer join, full outer join. Means under the join scenarios we are learning these practical in the after coming the second class. Next we are going for extended relational algebra operations will be there. Under the extended relational algebra operations, it is categorized only two types will be there. Generalized projection will be there, aggregation function will be there. Means very important for your extended relational algebra. Extended ER features will be different, extended relational algebra operations will be different. Under the extended ER feature, we are having generalization, specialization with attribute and aggregation will be there. Aggregation will be there. That is advanced ER features under the ER diagram. This extended relational algebra is different. Under the extended relational algebra, only we are having generalization and the aggregation will be there. Now, when we are using this generalized projection, generalized projection means the first operation under the generalized projection which extending the projection operator by allowing the operators such as arithmetical or string function used for the projection list. Actually, this generalized projection when we are using means at the time of we are projecting under the select statement. Under the select statement, if you want to use arithmetical operators or string operators, at the time we are using the generalized projection we are using. Under the generalized projection, see here already you know about the projection symbol pi f1 f2 up to fn belongs to E, where E is an relational algebra expression and each f1 and f2 are arithmetical expressions will be there. Under the arithmetical expression, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, what are the operators will be there? That operators we can use under the selection statement under the generalized projection operator. Then here in the arithmetical same thing it is mentioned here. Now, if you want to find out with the help of the generalized projection, now I want to find out in the organization I want to find out in my organization the annual salary of the employee including the bonus of the I want to give for the festival. At the time we can use for the generalized projection. Under generalized projection, at the time of your projecting the attribute, at the time we can use operators and the string functions we can use. Now coming to the last, we are having as a aggregation. Aggregation is the main purpose of the aggregation. This aggregation we can call as a group functions or aggregate functions. Aggregate functions or group functions we can call. This group function means grouping the data together. Similar data we are grouping together. Under the aggregate functions, collection of values it will return only for the single value of the result. Under the aggregate functions, when you are grouping the values, it will return only for the single result. Under the aggregate function, relational algebra is expressed G1, G2 up to Gn are F1 comma attribute A2, F2 or up to N. E is an relational algebra expression. Fi is an aggregate function. Fi is an aggregate function. Under the aggregate function, we are passing as an attribute. Now, if you want to see under the aggregate function, 6 functions will be there. Sum function, average function, count function, minimum, maximum, average, These are the functions will be there. Under the aggregate function, if you want to find out sum of the total salaries of employees, if you want to find at the time, we can use sum function. Sum, under the sum function we are using as a salary. This is the instructor. Coming to, if you want to find out the average salary of the employee, average, under the average function we are passing as a salary attribute. Now if you want to count, if you want to count the records, or if you want to count the total salary of the employee, means under the under the organization or under the institute, if you want to find out the sum of the salary, at the time we should use count function will be there, sum function will be not there. There are the cases we must to eliminate the multiple occurrence of the value before the computing the aggregate function. If you do not to eliminate the duplicate values, we will use the same function, same name as before, addition of the key as a distinct. If you are using as a distinct, if you are using as a distinct means it will eliminate the duplicate value under the record, under the domain of the record, it will eliminate with the help of the distinct. Suppose if you are under the organization, if you are having as a similar salaries will be there. At the time, count, under the count we are taking as a distinct salary. Then the from class. Now if you want to find out the under the organization the minimum salary, at the time we can use the min function. Maximum salary means if you want to find out the maximum salary under the employee, at the time we can use the max function. In the today's class, this is a very very important topic for the relational algebra. Again I am going for the recall of the summary. Relational algebra, the main purpose of the relational algebra, for query purpose, for the query language purpose, we are learning for your relational algebra. Your Oracle optimizer, how it is executing based on your function, predefined functions. Now under the relational algebra, under the relational algebra, again it is categorized as the three different types: fundamental relational algebra, additional relational algebra, then extended relational algebra. Under the fundamental relational algebra, selection operator, projection operator, union operator, set, then Cartesian product, rename will be there. These are the 6 functions will be there under the fundamental relational algebra. Coming to additional relational algebra, only for the 4 functions will be there: set, interaction, division operator, assignment and natural join will be there under your additional operator. Under the additional operator algebra operation, only the 4 operators will be there: natural join, assignment operator, division, set, interaction operation will be there. Coming to extended relational algebra operation, only we are having generalized projection and aggregation function will be there. Maybe the for LAQ question from your university exam, it is a very very important. Briefly explain about the relational algebra operations. Means we should explain about the fundamental relational algebra operations, additional relational algebra operations, then extended relational algebra operations. These we should, means under the fundamental relational algebra operations we are having the 6 operators with notations with example. Coming to additional relational algebra operation, we are having as a 4: natural join, assignment operator, division and set, interaction. Then coming to the last, we are having extended relational algebra operation. We are having, it is categorized as 2 types: projection, generalized projection and aggregation. We should explain with the help of the notations. Thank you. In the today's class you learn these things. In the next class we are learning about the basic structure of your SQL query, how we are assigning the null values, what is the use of the like operator. Then under basic structure of SQL query, how we are writing, what are the classes we are using. Then under that we are using the join condition and join topic we are learning. Under the second unit, the last we are having these topics only. Thank you for the today's class.